Hey guys, THUNDERSTORM here bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Eindhoven country. Today spawning in the south with Pepe87, playing his US forces and immediately going for Mechanized. Teaming up with him is roland8510, playing as Soviets who has reserve army, airborne troops and armored assault. From the north we have THUNDERSTORM playing as W who has elite armored, Luftwaffe ground forces and fortifications. And finally, Mandude, brackets, soothing goose. This Ostheer immediately going for German Mechanized. This is a Patreon backer submitted game. Allies arranged team around 1400 against Axis random team, both 1400s. So early pressure from the stern piles onto the cutoff, but maybe a little bit too early. Ultimately forced away. Kind of needs support of your Kuba if you're trying to do this. Sending these stern piles by themselves. A little bit reckless. Right through the center. With a 2-1-1, the riflemen should win that. Only two windows out of the site. MG on the far side. Pie's a little bit inactive. They come in for a bit of a flank. Greedy's coming from the side as well. It's a pretty early mortar from Roland. Doesn't do any damage though. Foxmedia is quick to jump out and quite an early retreat. Unless you've got some med crates, which doesn't quite have the munis for yet. Not going to get much value out of retreating without healing. Kuwaga making a dive onto the cutoff, but rear armor exposed to this rifle fire, and there's quite a few squads in the retreat path as well. Going to have a hard time getting out of there. Oh man. Conscripts on this side, combat engineers on the other. Roland hunting for the kill here. Oh, what is that pathing? Oh, that is... Doesn't get much worse than that. Sniper coming across now, though. Empire's definitely should have just stopped and started shooting about here instead of running past their mark. Couple good snipes in, though, from Mandude, who's gone for a second machine gun. Generally, it's quite risky going for two machine guns. In fact, you quite often see players who go for a sniper just skip the machine gun altogether because you typically need more Fausting squads to keep that sniper safe from light vehicle pressure. In this case, it could be from the WC-51. So yeah, I don't think the double machine gun at this stage is a very good idea.
We're losing a capture point.
Second MG though, getting some nice suppression onto the cutoff. Ultimately, the Allies do get forced away, but they did get a lot of territory from that push. 4 kills on the sniper, pretty good start. Machine gun just about ready to pop on the WC-51. Battle phase is complete, but Pyro's out on the field at this stage, so I haven't got the tier 2 constructing yet. Could make it difficult to deal with the WC-51. WC-51, not as much of a threat as it used to be now though, with the range decrease on it. Oh boy, a second mortar from Roland? I don't think that's a very good idea. But hey, up against the WMG-42s, maybe you can make it work.
Get the fuck out of here now!
WC-51, too inactive at this stage as well. You know, if you're getting such a timing-based vehicle such as the C51, you want to do damage before the 6-minute mark when that 222 is likely to hit the field. So sitting around idle for about 20 seconds like this is unacceptable, really. Here comes a big blob, and that's going to force Thunderstorm off. Sniper not too active, just creeping forwards, looking for a target. Doesn't want to venture past the cover of the machine guns. Double mortars firing into the centre now. Rifleman continuing to blob. Incendiary grenade out. A little bit of damage onto the rifleman as well. No dodge at all on the conscripts. They do survive just. Oh, Grenadier's down. So they got weakened by the mortar. And finished off by the conscripts. Got the flare up as well, spotting the machine guns. So the conscripts go for this cut off. Not that it's connected to the munitions point at this stage. Didn't see the angle on that machine gun, but maybe had its vision blocked. So he ends up getting out of there again. Easy territory here for the Allies. Getting a lot of ground. Double trucks down for Thunderstorm. This is a very strange build.
Heavy machine gun group ready for action.
Not really much point in doing that. Okay, here comes 222 and immediately finds the OC51, which has 2 kills by the way. Not even vet 1 yet. Conscripts Ura, but no anti-tank grenades are ticked, so wouldn't have been able to do anything if they got in range anyway. But please be cautious. But yeah, not a very good run with the WC-51. Very timing based. Can't afford for it to be sitting around doing nothing for about a minute and a half. Getting up out the back, we've got the pack in production, that's good for Mandude. But yeah, it makes me wonder if Thunderstorm's just going to go straight. Maybe a walking Stuka? It's the only thing that really makes sense. You want the healing from the battle group, but you want the walking Stuka maybe to counter the team weapons. But even then, I don't think you need to take Mechanized, right? On the battle group, really. It's kind of, might have been better to do like a predictive one, expecting that they'd be going to the light cover of the boxes. Doesn't end up hitting too much. Only 1 kill on the sniper after that initial flurry. They got 4 kills, only 1 further. Perhaps, you know, just not having enough support infantry. Trying to play around these rather immobile machine guns, making it difficult to use the sniper effectively.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Anti-tank grenades, here comes the rifleman. Right as the machine gun spins around. Probably didn't need to spin the machine gun. The 222 will be able to force away that rifle squad easily by itself. Oh boy, and there's at least 1 bazooka on that lieutenant. He's got 2 of them, in fact. 222, it's a big trouble and it goes down. Late retreat on the plyos, but it looks like they're going to get out of there. And that is a big setback for Mandude.
We are losing a sector.
The incendiary grenades working well over here for Thunderstorm. He's dropping in some Fallschirmjäger as well. Out the back, right on top of the mortar teams. And they start with their grenades off cooldown. Pretty good hit, but these Soviet weapon teams, 6-man, doesn't get any decrews. Overall, pretty successful push down here, which is necessary for the Axis because they have lost control of the fuel on their side of the map. couple caches down already from the Allies.
Where the hell is that bomb? Get it up here. Let's move.
2 mines guarding the cutoff at this stage.
Assault!
Not entirely sure why the Fallschirmjäger retreated. It's a nice shot there before retreating.
Someone get us out of here!
Cut-off stand, which is handy because it is important at this stage, is connecting the fuel and the munitions point. Also got some airborne guards down for Roland. Some capping going on, some air spines, I think, coming up to cover the fuel, which is a reasonable idea. Got another grenadier now.
Pack crew is ready.
Decent enough position for the pack. Doesn't look like the Allies are going to go for any more light vehicles, so don't have to worry about medium tanks for another few minutes yet.
Welcome to the death factory, boys. Stick with me and you might just make it.
Double mortar's a little bit inactive. Maybe could push more into the center, fire off some flares, get some work done. So they're coming out to the right hand side though. Bit of a 2-on-1 against Thunderstorm. And Riflemen have grenades now. Ostheer also lobbing a grenade but dodging forwards of it. And Thunderstorm has to run. Just so much firepower here. That's a lot of infantry though for Pepe. 3 riflemen, lieutenant, captain and cav rifles. Not entirely sure why he went for both officers. And I'd say this is probably 1 squad of infantry too much at this stage. It can be a bit of a handful to deal with. MGO on the far side, bullied by the conscripts, decrewed and stolen. Sniper ultimately forced away by the bar squad. So I think it was a reasonable time to retreat. The bars were hitting pretty hard and the squad couldn't really keep it suppressed with the sniper, so would have added to the firepower for the US player shortly. Very sloppy from the Allies though, just running right past their fuel point, haven't connected it. Could even just chuck a mortar in here. Oh wow, going for a quad. 13 minutes into the game. This is very poor timing. Usually it's about 7.5 minutes. So this is a very late option. Echelon taking some big damage. Incendiary grenades out. Decent dodging away. Quad looking for an angle, and Thunderstorm does have a raket, and here it comes. This is going for the walking Stuka like I was guessing, but ended up getting it very late.
Rocket Halbkette, ready for battle.
We've already had on the field for about 2 minutes by now. I'm just going to go for a Faust. Slow this down. Might allow the Raketen to get some damage in as well. Bloody troops advancing. Raketen connects once. Trying to get behind the castle. Maybe the Faust can finish the job here. I think he lost vision of it. Coming around the corner now. Oh, is that from the Raketen? How did he have vision of that? Crazy. Anyway, sniper at a decent spot. Oh, but lots of troops coming in from the side. They do get suppressed. Airborne guards bringing in their plane. Ooh! Big walking Stuka strike. 8 kills to start things off. Great start for Thunderstorm. Looks like he's going to put down his next tech truck. Got a bunker up here. Not sure about this positioning. It doesn't really cover either of these points. Maybe it's going to be used for reinforcing later on with the command post. There doesn't seem much action down this side of the map though. Allies keep just like sending both their armies over to here. Maybe the occasional capping squad to the far side. Okay. 76mm Sherman's got the option for Pepe. T-34 about to pop out for Roland. Got a command tank first here for Mandude. Also opted for some Panzer Grenadiers. I think without a... This is a bit risky in terms of anti-tank for Mandude. If he's not going to go for Panzer Shreks on these Panzer Grenadiers, which I'm not a huge fan of, but could help fill the gap. He's just lacking an anti-tank, you know. 2 Grenadiers for the Faust is not that much. Only 1 pack and the command tank that can't really fight back very well against enemy medium tanks. It's definitely leaving the door open to lose quite badly to enemy medium pressure. T-34 chasing down, applying some nice bleed here. Kitten in the flak base. Stopping that. Big damage on the T-34 as well. Comes the command tank. Having much luck though, connecting with some of those world objects, and here comes the 76mm Sherman. Pack is nearby, but we've got no snaring squads. Comes in to crush off the air mines, clear up the VP area. Oh boy, we've got a forward rally point, but it's not that far forwards. Comes another walking Stuka. And the rally point is dead. Didn't last long, did it? Smoke to cover the bunker. That's actually pretty smart. Keep it safe for a touch longer. Allow the Grenadiers to get up here. Got a munitions cache back there for Mandude.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Double bazookas on the captain. Interesting. Pack positioning though, and bazooka on the ground. 76mm Sherman, inviting trouble really. 1 pack shot, and then he's 1 shot off getting killed by the command tank even. So I don't think I'd be operating here if I was Pepe. Pack misses the shot though. Command tank doing pretty well, chasing away a lot of infantry there.
This is it.
Prepare for combat.
Double mortars pushing up on the far side. Another WC-51 for Pepe. I don't think that's a very good idea. It's maybe something you could consider if you're just like close to your pop cap limit. It's only 3 pop. Maybe you could squeeze it in. Not something I'll be building when you're so close in terms of fuel to an actual unit like another tank or maybe a Scott or something good. But hits there from the T-34, and you're going to get away with those mortars as well. Crawl out of the machine gun. Rifleman up here, a little bit isolated. The pack had a good angle, expecting the Sherman to roll through. He's gone for a second squad of re-echelon, which is a little bit unusual. Don't see that much outside of the Pershing commander. Grenade out, no dodge. But does end up surviving. The captain can't really do much. Bazooka's focused on the Panzer IV. Close call on that Grenadier. Hit 2 yet as well, so that wasn't a received damage bonus survival. That was just maybe not quite getting enough damage done. Here comes the 76mm Sherman. And you could imagine if Pepe went for another 76mm Sherman right instead of a WC-51, that he could just completely overwhelm this AT gun. The command tank could do nothing. And Mandude would lose
Enemy is taking our
the
territory.
T-gun, the bunker, maybe the cache, maybe some of these team weapons through the center. So luckily for Mandude, doesn't get punished for that because Pepe is building the WC-51 for some reason. Probably going to try and make use of some of these abilities, maybe the artillery barrage, which is pretty strong.
Don't ease off.
Doesn't have anywhere enough munitions for that though. Having equipped so many weapons onto these units.
Area is ours. Yes, comrade.
Okay, we've got the Katyusha out now for Roland. See what he can get done with it. Quite a few team weapons. Thunderstorm. The double Raketens now. And that does suggest that he's stalling for the King Tiger. Easy territory gain with that grenade. Sniper just in the center at this stage. Here comes the US Mega Blob. Okay, throws out a smoke shell. Here comes the Stuka down this side though. And again, double decoy on the mortar. Huge hits from that walking Stuka. 19 kills already. Comes a Katyusha barrage back the other way. Slightly off target perhaps. Pretty good hit there though. Oh. Okay, gets the decoy on the machine gun.
Gun crew has been lost.
Nice. On the other side, 76 mil. Doing some risky stuff. This one getting in on the flank. Finds the pack back here. Should probably be coming back in with the 76mm Sherman while the pack's under pressure like this. Looking for more damage.
Has killed a machine gun crew.
MG over here
Enemy is
decrews.
attempting to steal our sector.
And Mandude under a lot of pressure. Has a lot of manpower floating at this stage as well. Has gone for Battle Phase 3 and could build just about anything from it.
We are losing a sector.
Just get that spin going. Maybe even build like another Grenadier or perhaps another pack as well. T-34 meanwhile getting busy. Axis kind of a little bit cornered at this stage. It looks like the bunker just reaching far enough. A little bit sloppy from Pepe, you know. He knows that the bunker's there. He shot at it for a while. I guess there was just cap here instead of running a little bit further forwards. .76mm Sherman doesn't have machine gun upgrade on it though, so not the best against the infantry. Here comes the double Raketens and a Yak Panzer as well. That's an unexpected choice. Key break for the Sherman though, one miss. Here comes the Katyusha down the other side. Mega in big trouble. Ooh, look at that. That rocket scattered so far. Saving the day. T-34 backing off now. Seems like Pepe may be uncomfortable decoying his tanks to repair. Just to get on that. Just to remedy that part of his game. This is just horribly inefficient as the US player to be doing this. Oh boy. FC-51 in trouble again. Hanging in there just. Here come the bazookas now. I believe the lieutenant does get a reload bonus, right? I can't remember what stage of vet. It does make it a decent bazooka wielding squad because of that. Okay, it is a Panther for Mandude. Comes in for the crush. Just the push is quite successful. T-34 coming in from the side. Here comes the walking Stuka though. This could be nasty. Oh, the napalm strike. Rockets forcing the Panther back. But the flames don't do very much damage. Pretty bad scatter on that napalm. The Thunderstorm. There's also stern pose at some stage. I don't know if I caught that on camera. Oh, was it? I think that was it to the T-34 over here, right? I think so. Still pretty close on the victory points. Just over 50 points. Just under 50 points, rather. The difference. There's telemines here for Mandude. Sweeper leading the way, but they get chased off by the Panther. Got the spotting scopes now on the Panther as well. And here come two 76mm Shermans. We've got a third one in production for Pepe. So that could be tough for the Panther to deal with. Might have to lean on that telemine, honestly. Sniper's really slowed down on the kills as well. Shoots into the center, but not really hitting much. As the Ogres run into it. Some 6mm Shermans backing away. S-35 now for Roland. It looks like the Allies are going to perhaps rotate a bit more into the center. They got a pretty good hold down this side. Couple stolen MG34s guarding this. Good suppression there from the MG34, but that amount of health is probably worth retreating now. Good chance the Ogres will decrew you frontally on that health total. Okay, we've got pack all the way over here. I don't think this is a good idea. The problem with the pack being in the corner like this is that it's very slow to rotate. So if it gets in trouble, it's going to be hard to support it. And if the fighting's over here and you need it on the other side, you know, it moves around like roughly half the speed of the Panther, so it's bad at making that reposition, and that could cost you. Okay, pretty good napalm strike. Looks like the machine gun going to get cleared off. Soviet troops getting quite deep here. Okay, here we go. Allies making a move. T-34 backing away. 76mm Shermans rolling up. Gonna go for the Panther. Got a telemine interrupted there. Planes drop down, but it looks like the telemine's gonna come good here. One 76mm Sherman stuck now. S-35 not pushing in support. Bad coordination from the arranged team. And 76mm Shermans looks like they're staying on the regular rounds. They managed to knock out the sniper though. That's a nice pickup. Bunker killed off as well. Would have been much more successful using the armor piercing mode against the Panther. Okay, nasty grenades. Good machine gun on this Sherman as well. Jagdpanzer coming in now, rear armor exposed. Sherman's going to back off now. Oh boy, Jagdpanzer not giving up the chase. Quite a few bazookas here, no snare. Okay, there it is for Pepe. Quite a few misses here from the 76mm Shermans. The Jagdpanzer backing off, but I think I probably would have chased in hopes of killing off the 76mm Sherman. Because it's going to be hard to get away from those bazookas, and doesn't manage to do so. Command tank coming in, looking for some revenge, but the S-35 right there. The double Raketens though nearby. Not much supporting infantry for the Allies at this stage, though. Most of squads over here. Wow, that's a weird rally point to have. So far off in the corner. Don't think there's much value in that. Okay, IR Searchlight and a Panzer IV for Thunderstorm. So not what I was expecting at all. Thought he was going for the King Tiger, but going for anything but at this stage. Mortar's working on the Schwerpanzer headquarters. Looking Stuka is ready to fire again. Panther in here doing a little bit of damage. Yeah, really needs to work on this, decrewing these tanks for repairs. Good field presence though, for the mortars I suppose. That's one benefit of the rally point. Major artillery dropping down. Looks like the MG42 going to get decrewed here. Worth a strike though. Oof, not the best scatter on it. Overshooting most of the rockets. So both of those units escaping alive. Command tank coming in for a few hits, but there's so much US infantry. He needs a machine gun here to suppress, but they've been decrewed now. Or stolen. Okay, yeah. Nice snare. Good flank around here by Thunderstorm. And Roland doesn't notice at all, but walking Stuka way out of position down this corner. Anti-tank grenades coming in. That's a massive mistake for Thunderstorm, and loses Volksgrenadiers on retreat as well. Big time blunder. Kitten's lining up on the T-34. One rocket misses though, that might allow it to escape. Yep, it does. Bit of a lucky break there for Roland. And the Axis falling behind on the victory points. Killing off the decrewed team weapons. Brumbier next for Mandude. That's going to be very strong. Might have some repair issues, but vehicle crew repairs in this commander, so can use those. Towards the gap. Here comes the Katyusha though, into the base. A lot of Axis troops here. So Axis so far getting off quite lightly. But the OKW Schwerpanzer headquarters quite low in health now, at risk of getting destroyed. And no stern pies for Thunderstorm. So can't repair that up either. Definitely a big blow losing that walking Stuka as well. Looks like the Axis are going to 2-on-1 down this side of the map. Not sure if they're aware of the field HQ. Allowing for some good map presence. Oh, but Roland leaving his SU-85 on one shot. The Panther just comes in and smashes it. Panther on a rampage here. Going for the T-34 next. T-34 ducks away to the north, but there's a Panzer IV nearby there as well. Command tank and Brumbier coming in. So the US troops. T-34 dead. Big grenades. Command tank in here. Becomes a Werfer strike. Doesn't hit too much. A little bit damage to the field HQ. MG decrewed. Bazooka's doing their best. The Brumbier coming around the corner though. Just get out of there in time. The Katyusha going for a short barrage, but was so close to the front lines. Nearly goes down. That was risky stuff from Roland. Going into double SU-85s now. I think one's fine. I'll probably build T-34 again after that. Okay, triple S-35s, why not? There's a 4 in here getting aggressive. S-35 standing its ground. Doesn't chase around the corner though. 76mm Sherman is on the retreat path, could get the kill. S-35 bounces the shot. 76mm Sherman does not. Comes the Brumbier though. Oh, another 76mm Sherman coming in. Vet 2 on that now as well, but the Panthers there, and here come the double Raketens around the corner. Sherman's in some trouble, needs to smoke out of here. Abandoned. S-35 trying to lay some pain on the Brumbier, but connecting with the vehicle wreck instead. And Axis gonna stop the clock there. 70 VPs left. Did massive damage, but you still can see after Thunderstorm losing quite a bit. Still behind in overall army size. Oh, but there we go. Picks off a 76mm. Nicely done with the double Raketens. Slow reaction from Roland. What? He was driving forwards with the Su-85 instead of backwards. Oh boy, that was a massive blunder. Rockets not hitting too much. The Raketen decrewed. Su-85 rounding this corner. Engine crit. Command tank forgotten about here perhaps. And down it goes. I think there was an avoidable loss there for Mandude. Probably needs to consider building another pyro now to get this repair going. Plenty of manpower for Mandude. And yeah, that is a lot of firepower. Grenadiers will be lucky to escape, and they are not lucky. WC-51 and a fighting position over here. Jamming the VP cap attempts, but officer the Airborne guards leaving the center, so they're not turning on the VP pressure. Got a bunker coming up from Mandude in this corner. It's going to be slow going though. Going in the planes here. Wow, the haystack, out of bounds haystack blocked the damage. Shoot into the base. Oceanjäger. Oh, and the Raketens. Raketen decrewed. Lucky he didn't lose more, honestly. The Agpans are very low as well. And Axis really feeling the hurt and need those repairs, which they just don't have. Just the mechanized truck for Thunderstorm. Feel like he doesn't value repairs highly enough. Here comes the Panzerwerfer. And it gets the Rifleman. What Trinity is dead here for Thunderstorm though, so many squad wipes on both sides. Has got things a little bit closer though. In terms of pop caps, Thunderstorm not quite as far behind. Got some Fallschirmjäger and some fresh overs. Doesn't have the munitions for the bunker at this stage to upgrade it though. Is going to fire off a Panzerfaust. Is it enough? Not quite. Command tank rebuilt by Mandude. That's interesting. Did indeed go for another squad of pies for repairs. That's good. I'll probably be going for an MG42 as well. For me, that would be preferable to hold one of the side VPs. Something that can't get killed off by like a tank. Soviet infantry approaching. The Jackson on the field now. Some vision provided by the Major. Vetted up. The traffic jam here. Conscripts coming in from the side. Panther's in some trouble. Panzer missing a crucial shot. The AT grenade on the only tank that wouldn't result in a snare. Backing away here. AT gun decrewed by the Soviet infantry. And they're coming back around through the side. Conscripts about ready to throw the AT nade again. They don't close the gap to make that possible. One tank on the run. Here comes the Bomber, but that's causing a traffic jam again. Damage from the WS-285s getting spread about at the moment, but Lord, that's a good use of smoke. Might have saved the day there by Mandude. Here comes the Raketen as well. Jagdpanzer just facing every way but the direction it's supposed to right now. Good amount of suppression from the Werfer. And that does help relieve the pressure, but not the VP pressure, down to just 52 points now, the Axis. Needs to jump on one of these points. This is relatively open. S-35 kills off the decrew pack. Thunderstorm close to another tank. Okay, Panther just about up to full strength, returning to the front lines. S-35 still quite weak. That is a pretty scary OKW blob. Conscripts end up going down to it. Shusha still on cooldown. S-35's not in position to return fire and assist here. The sticky satchel coming in. It's going to slow down the Bomber a good amount. Pios are nearby for repairs. And what are the OKW troops shooting at? They kill off the Major. Do they have the fight? They do. The Cav riflemen die as well. Huge infantry losses here from the Allies. 1, 2, 3, 4 units. And now you can see the Axis have actually sneaked into the lead in terms of army size.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Looks like the bunker getting barraged, even though it hasn't been upgraded with a machine gun. Just run in there and start capping with one of those mortars. Cool as a cucumber under fire there somehow. Still capping. 36 VPs left for the Axis. WS-35's in hot pursuit. This is the last conscript, by the way, so with that gone, no more snares potentially would be very good for Mandude. And the planes again. Quite a bit of damage as well from those. Mandude probably does need to rebuild those that pack to deal with the triple Su-85s. Could even perhaps squeeze in double packs. Just about. Well, now that the mortars have cleared off the bunker, the OKW troops have arrived, and look at how quickly they killed that mortar. Maybe we could recover one of these machine guns as well. Oh boy, the Werfer! 2 riflemen dead. Well, Cav riflemen and 1 regular rifle. Trying to get away with that machine gun, unsuccessful, though those Vet 3 airborne guards also hitting very hard. This is some horrible pathfinding. Really poor control from Roland. On some grenadiers from Mandude. Panther and Bomber coming back out here. 4 tank destroyers over here, though, with no AT guns, going to be extremely hard for the Panther. And the Bomber takes a battering immediately. Panther pulling away. Oh, look at that. They just don't miss. Bit of good fortune there for Pepe. Panther trying to blitz away. Panzer IV coming in on the rear. Combining with the Jagdpanzer. Panther's coming back in as well. Here comes the command tank. Could change the shots to kill on a couple of these. This could be huge for the Axis. Allies getting turned about every which way. The Raketen coming in as well for Thunderstorm. A lot of tanks going down here for the Allies. About to be a few more perhaps. Such bad control of these Su-85s for Roland. Lose another one. The Jagdpanzer going to work. Panther's still extremely healthy. That's only its second shot of damage it's taken so far. Jagdpanzer coming back in again. The riflemen are there with the snare potentially. Overcommit from the Jagdpanzer perhaps. One more shot from the Jackson. That'll do it, but the Jackson backs out of range. He turned dead up here, by the way. Panzer trying to get away. Su-85 in hot pursuit, but that exposes the rear armor to the Panther that comes back in. Voltree's providing vision and maybe... Oh, I thought perhaps they got in Fausting range. Not quite. Oh, it's hard to imagine that going much worse for the Allies. I think they did kill something. Right? They killed the Brumbier. That was like right at the start of the fight. After that, I don't think they got anything accomplished. Really bad control of the Su-85s from Roland. Pepe backing away with the Jackson. Could have killed off the Jagdpanzer. Lost his nerve though. Back on the drain though, the Axis. It's not good news for them. Airborne guards forcing away the Obers from over here. Rebuild on the bunker, this time from Thunderstorm to cover this VP. As I was saying though, as Roland, I'll be building in conscripts to steer more airborne guards. The snares, so helpful. Command tank, taking the engine crit, throwing out the smoke again though. Pretty good idea. Pepe bouncing that shot. Bit of bad fortune for Pepe. Panther, is it going to respond? Panther's going to back away, but it connects a shot, and the Jackson misses. Eyes go down to the bar rifleman. Panther's blitzing in, looking for the kill here. Rifleman providing side of the Panther allowed the Jackson to shoot, but the Panther closes the gap and gets the kill. Really good luck there for Mandude on that Panther. Hitting that shot. Su-85 coming up here to clear off the bunker. Allies focused on the victory points now. But they might have lost too much to make this comeback. Pepe down to just 21 pop. Roland throwing away a squad of airborne guards. It's not looking good for them.
Well, grab your shit.
Rear echelon troops on the front line.
You need Panther support.
20 kills. 7 vehicles destroyed by this Panther, by the way. Insane. Troops backing off a bit. Another rear echelon from Pepe. DP on the ground there. Maybe the rifleman could pick that up. Now they've already got, well, they've got a bar as well as the MG42. More rear echelon. Pepe just all in on the REs. And it looks like Mandude decided to go for a P4 instead of rebuilding the Brumbier, so maybe the rear echelon can actually do something without getting completely demolished. Allies making a move down this side. I think it's a reasonable idea, try to get a bit of 2-on-1 going. Jackson gets a good shot through. Pressure onto the Raketen as well, needs to retreat that. like a very slow follow-up by the Allies capping that. And now the Allies ticking under 200. Can't afford to be this slow. A little bit of damage, but here comes Mandude's tanks coming in from a few angles. Infantry screening well for the moment for the Allies. But here come the double overs, one of them up to Vet 3 now. Without a Katyusha or something. Really hard to deal with. Did I notice the Katyusha dying, by the way? Don't know if I covered that. Maybe that's a Katyusha wreck. Not right, I move the screen away. Airborne guards go down to a bundle grenade. Pretty good grenade there, though, from the airborne guards. Planes. Don't have to be super scared of those planes. They don't do that much damage. More of a suppression tool. This could be nasty. Good damage onto the rifleman. Here come double Jagdpanzers, but a Jackson from the side. Forcing the Axis back. I've got a Zis here as well for Roland. Double Jagdpanzers might be biting off more than they can chew. Snare out. Getting around the corner though. S-35 losing vision. Jackson coming in though. And the Jagdpanzer goes down. I think that was the new one. Didn't lose the Vet. This one actually very close to Vet 2 now. So Allies got this little foothold in the corner. Got a second Zis out now for Roland. Go for another Su-85. Another Jackson for Pepe, so they should have enough to defeat these Axis tanks with all of that, but they don't have much to fend off the infantry after that stage. That's the real problem with what the Allies are doing right now.
Crew ready.
There's vetted up Obers and Fallschirmjäger. There's just no real response. Away with that Zis. In trouble though, the Over's chasing it down, and he's not using reverse on these anti-tank guns, just right clicking them backwards. So they take ages spinning around, exposing themselves to so much Over's fire. But there we go. Good strafe, but again another squad down to a grenade for Roland. Only times the Jackson ever bounces a shot from a tank. And that P4 command tank. The Bari Echelon doing alright down here, but haven't had to contend with the vetted Fallschirmjäger and the machine gun yet. I've been doing pretty well pushing onto this side, but we've got a bunker covering this VP as well as a squad of grenadiers, so doors closed there. MG covering the center with the grenadier as well. So the Allies are going to need to commit more resources to win. Jackson's doing pretty well here from long range. Force back these Axis vehicles. Where's the double Su-85s? Here they come now.
We have reduced our foes to 100
And here come the Obers as well. And it looks like that's going to force the Allies away. Triple cap against the Allies. Looking quite grim for them. Oh, and what is this Su-85 control from Roland? Just gifting damage to that Jagdpanzer. Oh boy, this is just so bad. Oh, that was just donation. That was painful to watch. Su-85 thrown away there by Roland. Lost his Zis as well. Getting completely overwhelmed in the late game. The T-34 out, but oh, it looks like the Allies are going to switch sides again, which I think is a pretty good idea. Could fire some smoke. He's going to fire a flare. That's also a good idea. Wow, double bounces off that Panther. Very lucky for Mandude.
Our opponents are seizing the sector. The enemy is attacking one of our forward buildings.
3-5 in the center has some vision on the flares, somehow not firing though. The Panzer and Raketen coming in from the side, just slaughtering the allies.
The enemy has killed another infantry squad.
Nasty hit from the Werfer. Conscripts down. More conscripts likely to die on retreat as well. Here comes the US blob.
We have made the ultimate sacrifice.
There's the T-34. It's on the far side, clearing out the VP. Need it against this OKW infantry.
We have only 10 points.
The Panzer goes down though. The double Jackson's getting a few good hits in. But he's got nothing to follow up and cap over there. 6-4. Good manners from Pepe there. Nice calling of GG from the losing side. Yeah, so some heroic stuff from the Panther. That thing was on fire this game, just in terms of accuracy, like long range on the move shots, bounces. Got down to one shot a couple times there, but had a good run with it. Well handled by Mandude. Pretty solid play overall. Maybe the early game with the sniper double machine guns didn't really do as much as it could have. I think maybe going for a more grenadier heavy style would have been the better option. Other than that, not too bad. Thunderstorm, curious build. I don't know why he went for Mechanized and Battle Group at that very early stage, but you know, did get some pretty good hits with the Walking Stuka until he just donated it over here to a conscript anti-tank grenade. Very, very strange. But down the stretch, Roland's preservation really letting the Allied team down. The Su-85 control was quite bad, and basically every attempt he had using the Su-85s just didn't work out at all. And that just caused the Allies to fall too far behind. The Werfers, you know, causing a few wipes. Allies eventually running out of infantry in the late game, and Pepe really needs to get out of these tanks and repair them with vehicle crews. You know, just building re-echelon like this is just such a waste of resources, such a waste of map presence, you know? Your re-echelon could be out here capping the map, crewing team weapons, doing stuff. Instead, it's back here repairing your tanks. And sure, maybe if you want a fast repair, you can come over and 2-on-1 it, but not doing that either. It's kind of a, you know, maybe as an inexperienced player, you don't feel comfortable doing that, but you know, if you want to improve, you've got to force yourself out of your comfort zone and make decrewing your tanks, repairing, become comfortable. Otherwise, you're going to improve very, very slowly. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like good game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.